right, everybody come to their comfortable seat. Yeah, we're all here. Wonderful. Just kidding. No, it is. It's April Fool's. We're all leaving. No, just kidding. All right, come to your comfortable seated position. Gently waggle your hips side to side. And then start to line your shoulders up over your hips. Oh, okay, we're already on that. And then let your arms come out in front of you. Let your eyes close or soften. Take a big inhale. Let your spine get taller. Exhale, let your shoulders release. Inhale, feel your head reaching up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release your jaw. One more big inhale. And exhale everything out. Slide your hands so that your hands cup your kneecaps. And then exhale, round your spine, sort of like you're making a cat spine. And then inhale, roll and arch forward, gaze up. So exhale, seated cat-cow. And open. And exhale, round. And then roll your heart forward. Now we're going to go ahead and make some circles here, going in one direction. Feeling this in your waist, in your hips. And then when you get to the front, switch directions, going the other way. Nice. And come back. Seated spine, nice and tall. Reach your arms out to the side. Flip your palms, press the air away from you like a stop. Breathe in. And then reach your palms out. Bring them all the way up overhead. Let your fingertips touch and bring your hands all the way down. And now press back out. Flip your palms up. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And draw your hands back to heart center. One more time, reach and press out. Rotate your palms to the ceiling, bring them up. And this time when you come down, we're gonna twist to the left. So bringing your right hand to your left knee and your left arm behind you. Now think about rotating your shoulder back, your left shoulder back, twisting from the waist and gaze over your left shoulder. Notice if your sit bones, if one of them popped up, see if you can press both of them down evenly into the floor. And breathe here. Keep your right hand where it is. Reach your left arm out to the side, up overhead, and then all the way to the right. As you reach your arm, think about stretching through your side body. Breathing deeply, and then open and close your fingers. So we're going to sneak in a little bit of finger stretching here today. And now let your hand come all the way back down. Reach your arms back up overhead. And now we'll twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee, and then rotate your right shoulder back. So really think about moving it back. Nice. And then gaze over your right shoulder. You might even feel a stretch through the side of your neck here. Might, yeah. You might. And now reach your right arm out to the side, all the way up overhead. Big side stretch, feeling the skin stretch across your rib cage down into your hips. And now open and close your fingers, maybe roll your wrist, whatever you need to do, getting a little extra movement in there. And now rotate, float your arm down. Watch me, don't listen. And then make your way into your tabletop position. So spread your fingers. Pointer finger pointing forward, the rest of those fingers spreading away. Think about pressing into each finger individually. So press into your pinky, your ring finger, your middle finger, your pointer finger, your thumb. And then lift your torso away so you can feel your belly button floating up to your spine. Think about your spine being long and flat from the crown of your head to your tailbone. It's a lot of work right here without doing anything else. Now drop your belly, let your head and your hips rise up to the ceiling, and then exhale, blow all the air out as you round your spine, bringing the crown of the head down to the floor. Inhale, rotate forward, open your heart, lift your hips. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. And exhale, round. Come back to your neutral spine. Reach your right foot behind you, curling your right toes under, and then rock back and forth over those toes. Ooh, big snap and pop. Big snap and pop. Let it happen. And now reach your heel back so that you're pressing the mat away from you with your arms, stretching through your calf. Come back so your shoulders are over your wrists. Reach your left fingertips forward and now float your arm and your leg up and lower down. Lift up and lower down. Lift up, hold here. Stay here or draw your knee and elbow to meet under your center. Extend back out. To modify this, you can drag your toe and your finger along the floor. So you can either float them above or drag them along the floor for extra balance. One more. And now place your left hand down, but stretch your right leg back behind you. Bring your right leg over to the left. Let your toes come down to the ground and then shift your weight back a little bit, stretching through your right hip. Maybe you can gaze over your left shoulder, looking for your right toes. Again, a deep side stretch, maybe a little rocking back and forth here. And now bring the right foot back behind you, slide it back underneath you, and tick-tock your hips side to side. Rotate your fingers so your fingertips point to the outer edge of your mat and make small circles going clockwise to your right. And now switch directions and go towards your left. Now, if it's available, turn your fingertips back towards your knee. Maybe it's one hand, maybe it's both hands. And then start to pull and shift your hips back, letting your shoulders come back. Maybe even peeling the heel of your hand up off the mat ever so slightly, stretching your forearms. This is not a stretch we do very often. It's very sensational, so be careful. Don't stress yourself out. And then slowly move your fingers back around to the front. Reach your left leg back behind you this time. Press your left toes into the mat and really rock back and forth. And now keep your left heel reaching back. Press the mat away from you. Stretch through the calf a little bit more. And roll forward so your hip is back over your knee. Reach your right arm forward. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Think about lengthening from the crown of your head to your tailbone so that everything is in one line. And now hold your arm and your leg up if you choose, and then draw the knee and elbow to meet in the center. Reach back out. Knee meets elbow. Reach back out. Remember, you can keep your fingertip and toe on the floor. If you want to modify this for more balance, let's do 2 more. Last one. Reach your left leg back, return your right hand, and now bring your left foot all the way to the right, as far as it'll go. Press your toes in, reach your heel back, and then maybe even look over your right shoulder, gazing towards that heel. Whew, so nice. And now slide that left foot back behind you. Bring your knee back down. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Sit up and really shake those wrists out. That was a lot on the wrists. We want to make sure that they're feeling nice and warmed up. Bring your hands back down. Come back into your tabletop. And then curl your toes under and slowly peel yourself up into your downward facing dog. Noticing where your feet are, checking to make sure they're hip distance apart. Noticing where your hands are, checking to make sure that they're shoulder distance apart. Let your head reach between your biceps, and this should start to feel like a big stretch through your spine, through the backs of your legs. We're going to take one more breath here, and then we're going to slowly pull forward, rolling forward into our high plank. Now, once your shoulders are over your wrists, you might need to walk your legs back a little bit to get your hips in line with your shoulders. So shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders. Nice. And now think about lifting up, floating here. Without moving your hands or your feet, lift back up into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, pull forward to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Bring your right knee into your chest and then slide your right foot up between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your arms out to the side and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger. Squeeze the heels of your hands together. Press down with your front foot, press into your back shin, and see if you can find that balance. It gets a little bit wobbly. Take one more breath here, and then release your hands down, curl your left toes, step back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest and slide your left foot all the way up. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your arms out and up. Interlace other thumb on top. Interlace your fingers, release your pointer finger. Press the heels of your hands together. For some reason, as soon as you press the heels of your hands together, you start to lose your balance. So think about grounding down through that front foot, through your back shin. And release your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Roll forward into your high plank. Lift back up to downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your arms out and up. This time we're going to open our arms into a T and then lift them back up again. Open them and lift. Adding some movement in the upper body, but keeping your lower body nice and still. Great. Keep your arms here open, breathe in, and exhale, twist to the right. So twisting towards your front leg, reach those hands away from each other. If you want to deepen the twist, you can take your left hand to the outer side of your right thigh. See if that gives you any more rotation, still being nice and gentle with your spine. No, you want to think about lifting up. So you're pressing down through your front. We're not hinging forward. We're trying to keep our hip over. Yeah, there you go, Orly. That looks good. And now unwind, bring both hands down by your front foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. So think about lining your left knee up over your ankle and your right hip up over your knees. Reach your arms up and open. So you're thinking of this 90 degree, hips square to the front of the mat. For me personally, this is a big stretch through my front hip flexor. And then my front leg gets really wobbly and I really need to press down, which activates all these muscles through the back of my leg. That's me. Keep your arms open, lift up, exhale, twist to the left. Now, if you want to deepen this, you can take your right hand to the outer edge of your left thigh, and then maybe even look over your left to your left thumb. One more breath here. Unwind, bring your hands down, step back into downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog, excuse me, or pull forward to high plank, and then back to your downward facing dog. Put your right leg up. Bring your right foot all the way forward. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your arms out to the side. This time we're going to reach forward. So we are going to shift our hips forward and then exhale, press back to upright. So it's like you're reaching for a big hug and then opening back up, right? So you got to keep everything engaged so you don't fall right or left. Nice. Couple more. Woo! Little wobbly. Last one, reach forward, bring your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up behind you, step your left foot all the way forward, lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Reach on up. Hug somebody in front of you. Open back up. Hug somebody in front of you. Open back up. Nice. So you're warming up your hips, firing up some muscles in your legs, and always working for your balance. Let's do one more. Reach forward, bring your hands down, curl your toes, step back to plank. To down dog. Breathe here. Optional roll forward into plank. And then lift back up to downward facing dog. Gaze forward at your hands. Float your right leg up. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then lower your left knee down. So we're coming into a lizard lunge. So it's a little wider. Your foot is closer to the edge of the mat. Nice. So now you want to think about letting your hips drop and you're shifting your weight forward a little bit. This might be where you stay, or you can experiment lifting your back knee up and then lower it back down. Lift the back knee up, lower it down, lift and lower. If you have blocks, this is a nice place to use them. If you don't, no worries. Think about bringing your heart forward. Try not to drop your head down. Keep your head lifted, gazing out in front of you. One more breath here, and then we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. So get back into your down dog. Optional, roll forward to plank. Back to downward facing dog. Put your left leg up. Step your left leg to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down. And now think about dropping your hips forward. Stay here, or optional, lift the right knee off the ground and lower it down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Stay here. If you have blocks, you can come down onto those. Otherwise, think about shifting forward, but keeping that gaze forward. Don't break that line from the head to the tailbone. One more breath. And now step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Gaze forward at your hands and slowly walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat, coming into a deep forward fold. Your knees should be soft, shoulders relaxed, and maybe you even sway your hips gently side to side. And then start to roll up slowly, stacking one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up. And then once you get up to stand, think about rolling your shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, and now in the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to bring my feet in pretty narrow, but you can keep your feet hip distance apart or even a little bit wider, whatever feels right for you to feel nice and sturdy. We're going to reach our arms all the way up overhead. We're going to open our arms into a T. We're going to hug ourselves with our right arm on top. All right, so we're going to stay here. And now we're going to stir with our elbows. So it's a little bit lower back, a little bit upper back, and then in the other direction. A little bit of shoulders, mine just popped. And now when your elbows are back in front, release your shoulders, bring the backs of your hands together, or maybe you can double cross so that your palms touch, coming into your eagle arms. From here, we're gonna lift our elbows up to the ceiling and then contract, rounding forward. Lift your elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, contract forward. Up and contract. Come back up to stand. Release your arms out to the side. Bring your arms down. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, and now reach your arms out in front of you, coming into chair pose. Think about shifting that weight back into your heels. Think about drawing your belly button in, sitting low, maybe a little bit lower. And then stand up, let your hands come back by your side. Reach your arms out. You're gonna hug yourself, left arm on top this time. Start circling your elbows. It's okay if your waist moves. The only thing that isn't moving is your feet because they're stuck to the ground. Nice. And now switch the direction. All right, come back to center. Bring the backs of your palms to touch, or if it's available, double cross so that your palms touch, coming into your eagle arms. Lift your elbows up to the ceiling and then exhale, round forward. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, round. One more time, lift up. Exhale, round, come back to center, release your arms, bring them down by your side. Sit back into your chair pose again, sit a little bit deeper. And now this time, maybe you can bring your hands to heart center. Stay here, or bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, coming into a twist. Breathing here. And then come back to center, realign and twist to the other side, bringing your right elbow to the left knee. And breathe here. Come back to center, stand back up. And now open your stance, give yourself a shake out. Oh, this feels so good. All right, let's move to the front of our mat. Let's do some sun salutations, get heart rate up a little bit. So when you're ready, standing at the front of your mat, inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Hands can be on the shins, the thighs, or the floor. Exhale, round forward, plant your hands, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, let your elbows pull back as your heart lifts for baby cobra. Exhale, lower back down, press up through tabletop, curl your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, and breathe. Float your right leg up behind you, step your right foot all the way forward, step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out, up overhead. Exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot. Left? Step back with your left foot. Thank you. Plant your hands. Now step back with your right foot. Lower your knees, bend your elbows, chest, chin, untuck your toes, reach your elbows back, heart forward, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop. Curl your toes back into downward facing dog. Big inhale, exhale. Put your left leg up, step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch, and then let them come down by your side. Breathe in, breathe out, a little bit faster. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your right foot. Step back with your left foot. You're in plank. Lower your knees or come halfway down to chaturanga. Untuck your toes, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a breath. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms out and around, and then exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left foot. Step back with your right foot. Halfway down or knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Put your left leg up behind him. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down by your side. One more time. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back, step your left leg back, knees, chest, chin, or halfway down. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, right back down again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left leg back. Step your right leg back, plank pose. Lower half or all the way down. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Put your left leg up. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Let your fingers be heavy. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Maybe you want a sip of water. Maybe you want to shake it out. All right, let's get ready. We're going to do this. We're going to do a nice, fun yoga flow. Now we're going to start class. Are you ready? Done warming up? Ready? Ready? All right, let's go. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Your choice of your vinyasa. So knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra, upward facing dog. Maybe you skip it all together. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. Now really bend one knee and then the other, taking your dog for a walk. And now let both knees get heavy. Spread your fingers, make sure you're pressing into your pointer finger and your knuckles. Put your left leg up behind you, reaching it nice and far back. And now draw the left knee into your chest. Hover here for one breath, hugging the knee in a little bit closer. And now slide the left foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge, left foot. Otherwise, I'd be facing away from you. Turn your right heel down and cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two, facing the hallway. Straighten your left leg. Adjust your feet if needed, and then bend your left knee, coming deeper into your warrior two. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Pull your elbows into your waist. Extend back out, and now turn your palms down. Noticing if your shoulders relaxed or released any stress at all. Turn your left palm up and then exhale back into your peaceful warrior. Come back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up back into your peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two. One more time, left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg, reach your palm towards me, come down into triangle, left hand on your shin or the floor or a block, reaching your right arm up to the air. Now think about pressing down into the outer edge of your right foot, and then your left big toe, left pinky toe, left heel, inner thighs working. One more breath here. And lift back up. Bend your left knee back into warrior two. Bend your left arm, place it on your left thigh, reach your right arm over. Come back to warrior two. Left arm on left thigh, reach your right arm up and over. Come back to warrior two. One more time, left arm, left thigh. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, reach forward, come back into triangle, hand on your shin or a block, reaching your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. Turning your torso towards the hallway. And now squeeze those inner thighs, come all the way back up to stand facing the hallway. Turn all your toes towards the door. Reach your arms up overhead, draw your palms down through heart center, and then hinge forward, reaching your arms down towards the floor. Breathe here with a flat back. And then if it's available, hinge forward further, drawing your hands maybe in line with your toes. Think about shifting the weight forward onto your toes just ever so slightly. You can slide like a Metro card or a credit card underneath your heels. Letting your head hang heavy. And now walk your hands back underneath you. Place a soft bend in your knees, rolling all the way back up to stand. Reach your arms up to the sky, making a giant X. Turn your left toes to the front of the mat. Come back into warrior two. Cartwheel yourself down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathing here. Put your right leg up behind you, reaching it back and up. And now draw your right knee to your chest, pausing here, holding in this three-legged plank or three-pronged plank. And now step your right foot up between your hands or help it up there. Turn your left heel down, cartwheel yourself up into warrior two. Straighten your front leg, make any adjustments with your feet that you might need to make. Keeping that front leg open, bend back into your warrior two. Reach your arms out in front, out to either side. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Draw your elbows into your waist. Let the tension out of your shoulders. Reach your arms back out. Turn both palms down. Breathe. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. One more time. Right palm up. Exhale back. Peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Reach your right palm forward and then down to your shin or a block, reaching your left arm up to the ceiling. Think about engaging your legs, rotating your torso so that it's facing to the left. One more breath here. Squeeze your bum, come all the way back up. Bend your front knee back into warrior two. Bend your right arm, place it on your right thigh, reach your left arm up and over, side angle. Back to warrior two. Side angle. Back to warrior two. Side angle. And back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Reach your arms towards the front, come back into triangle, left arm up to the ceiling. Really think about pressing into the outer edge of your left foot, connecting your right big toe, right pinky toe, right heel, inner thighs active. And now lift back up. Arms are out to either side. Turn your right toes to the left. Everything is facing out the windows. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands down to prayer at the front of your heart. And then hinge your hips forward. Reaching your hands down to the floor. And this might be where you stop. If you have more flexibility, start to bend your elbows. And then walk your hands back so your fingertips are in line with your toes, extending your hips up to the ceiling. Gently, subtly rotating, shifting the weight into your toes, stretching through the backs of your legs. Couple more breaths here. And now walk your hands back, gently bend your knees, roll all the way up. Reach your arms up into that giant X. Turn your front toes to the front of the mat, come into warrior two. Cartwheel yourself down, step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Maybe it's a child's pose. And then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. We're going to float our right leg up behind us. This time we're going to draw our right knee towards our right elbow and hold here for one breath. And then bring the right foot or help the right foot up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. And I meant to do the left foot. So now step back to down dog. Put your left leg up behind you. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. My bad. And now step your left foot up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Breathe here. Turn your right heel down, press into the outer edge of your right foot, reach your right arm, come all the way up into warrior two. Breathe here. Straighten your front leg, make any adjustments to your feet that you might need to make, and then bend your left leg back down. Nice. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. We're gonna flow all the way through to our side angle, bringing our left forearm to our left thigh, reach our right arm over. So nice and slow, reach back, coming back into your peaceful warrior. A lot of core strength, a lot of pressure on your lower body. Flow back into side angle. One more time, back into peaceful triangle. Peaceful warrior, sorry, back into side angle. And now come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. We're gonna rotate into a high lunge facing the front of the mat. Breathe here. Take one more breath. And now bring your hands back down to the mat and scoot your back foot in a little bit. That was a weird way of getting into this, but we're gonna be in pyramid pose now. So your feet are both, your left foot is pointing to the front, your right foot is coming in. Nice, everyone. All right. Now, open your heart forward like you're taking a cow spine, and then exhale, round like a cat spine. Inhale, open for cow. Exhale, round for cat. One more. Yeah. Bend your left knee, slide your right foot back, plant your hands, step back into plank, and go through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. All right. We're gonna float our left leg up. We're gonna repeat the mistake I made on the other side. We're gonna bring our left knee to our left elbow. Hold it for one breath. And now step back to downward facing dog. Put your right leg up. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Hold it for one breath. And now bring your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left heel down. Cartwheel yourself up into warrior two. Nice. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. And then come all the way through to side angle. Back to peaceful warrior. All the way through to side angle. One more time, back for peaceful warrior. All the way through for side angle. Come back to warrior two. Bring your left hand down, come into your high lunge facing the front of the mat. Bring your fingertips down to the mat or a block, and then shift your left foot forward a little bit. Square your hips off. You want to see if you can get your left heel on the ground. And now lengthen, open your heart like a little bit of a cow spine. Exhale, round forward for cat. You should feel this in the backs of your legs. Open your heart. Exhale, round. One more time, open your heart. Exhale, round. Bend your front knee, slide your left leg back, plant your hands, step your right foot back into plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Put your left leg up this time. Bring your left knee to your right elbow. Hold it here for one breath, and then bring your left foot up between your hands. Turn your right foot down, cartwheel yourself up into warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through, stay where you are, side angle. Just do the other leg next time. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes to the long side of your mat, bring your heels in, sit into your goddess pose, yes. And then go ahead and sway side to side if that feels good. All right, so we did a forward fold, we stretched the backs of our legs, now we're opening up our hips. And then stand up into your big X, warrior two to the front of your mat, cartwheel your hands down, step back to plank, go through your version of your vinyasa, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Put your right leg up behind you. Bring your right knee to your left elbow. Take one breath here, and then step your right foot forward between your hands. Turn your left heel down, cartwheel yourself up to warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes to the long side of your mat, bring your heels in, reach your arms out and up, come into your goddess pose. So stay in goddess here, or maybe experiment. Lift your right heel, lower your right heel down. Lift your left heel, lower your left heel down. Lift both heels. And then lower them both down. Explore that. Maybe going through it again, right, left, both. And then straighten into your X. Warrior two to the front of your mat. Cartwheel yourself down. Last vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And breathe here. Okay. Pedal that dog out, right, left, left, right. We're gonna move into pigeon. So if you know that you don't like pigeon, go ahead and do figure four on your back. Put your right leg up behind you. Bring your right knee to the back of your right wrist, and then slide your left leg back behind you. Check that your hips are square to the front of your mat, and then start to slowly fold forward. Maybe coming down onto your forearms and taking a pause there if that's what your body needs. And then coming all the way down, either bringing your forehead down to the mat or stacking it on your hands, but finding some way that you can let go of that tension in your third eye, let go of the tension in your jaw. Take a big inhale, let it all out. Maybe you can reach that left leg back a little bit further. Maybe you explore a little side to side rocking motion. Maybe you roll onto the outer edge of your left ear, coming into a little bit of a weird twist. That might feel good. That might stretch your outer hip. And now start to slowly unwind, come onto your forearms. Take a breath, make your way into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And now float your left leg up behind you. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Extend your right leg back behind you and slowly fold down. Coming down onto your forearms. And then bringing your head all the way down. Extend your right leg back a little bit further. Maybe bring your right ear down to the mat, turning a little bit to the left, finding a deeper twist here. You now start to unwind, come back up to your forearms, straighten your arms, come back into your downward facing dog, pedal your down dog out. Lower down into your tabletop, and then either rolling over your feet or however you want to come into your comfortable seat, bringing the soles of your feet together, coming into this diamond shape, holding on either to your ankles or underneath your heels so that you can sort of pull yourself towards your feet. And then start to hinge forward. Feel free to round over. And then start to roll all the way back up. Extend your legs out in front of you. Soft bend in the knees. Reach your arms out into a T. Hug forward. Letting your spine round over like you're in a deep forward bend. Knees as soft as you need them to be. We're winding down, so this should feel more on the comfortable side of things than the straining side of things. And then slowly roll all the way back up to seated. Bring the soles of your feet onto the mat, knees to the air. Reach your arms forward. We're going to roll down to a slow count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your left leg away from you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Then with your left hand, gently guide your right knee over to the left, extending your right arm out into a T shape. See if you can get your right palm, back of your palm on the floor. Open that palm up. And then bring those fingers into a little wave. Wave at me with your little fingers. Wave. Yeah. And now roll back onto your back. Extend both legs out. Draw your left knee in. Hold on to your left shin. And then guide your left knee over to the right using your right arm. Extend your left arm out to the side. Maybe the back of your left palm is on the mat or on the floor, and then wave your left fingers, wiggling them, noticing as you move each finger how it might feel different throughout your arm. And then come back onto your back. Draw both knees into your chest, maybe bringing them into your armpits. You can make big hip circles here, or if you prefer to take a happy baby, holding onto the outer edges of your feet. Feeling your tailbone, lower back lengthen into the mat. And now is the opportunity to do any last minute stretch, pose, movement that you might want before we move into our Shavasana. So maybe you do need a back bend tonight. Maybe you need another twist. And then when you're ready, extend one leg away from you, extend the other leg away from you, one arm and the other arm, palms facing up. Let your shoulders relax away from you. Take a big deep inhale, fill your body up with air, and then exhale it all out. Take another big inhale, filling your body up with air. And then exhale it all out. On our next inhale, we're going to tense and squeeze every muscle in our body, starting with our toes, our ankles, our legs, our knees, our thighs, our hips, our bellies, our fingers, our arms, our shoulders, chest, neck, head, face. Squeeze it all in. And then exhale, let it all relax. We're gonna do that one more time. Breathe in, drawing in all the energy, tensing up every single muscle, toes, feet, ankles, legs, knees, thighs, hips, belly, fingers, forearms, arms, biceps, shoulders, neck, chest, face, head. Squeeze it all in, draw all that energy into your center, hold it here, and then exhale, let it all release. If it's comfortable, let your eyes close. Moving into total stillness, breathing deeply. Start to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe let your head gently rock side to side. When you're ready, reach your arms up overhead, taking a big, long stretch. And then slowly roll onto one side. Doesn't matter which side. Taking some time there. And then when you're ready, come back up into a comfortable seated position. Think about drawing in air, lengthening your spine up. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the breath move around inside of you. Acknowledge your life force. Thank yourself for coming and taking this time just for you. And I thank you all for allowing me to lead you through your practice. Namaste.